This podcast may include discussions of violence that some people may find disturbing. We encourage you to care for your safety and well being.
This is Mayo Nueve, a look at the 2022 elections. I'm JM.
I'm Yan.
And I'm Mar. Join us as we examine the historic 2022 national election through the eyes of individual Filipinos.
It's now June, almost a month since we've elected our new leaders. Most of them have already been proclaimed and are only waiting to formally start their term.
But even after a month, marami pa rin katanungan ng bumabagabag sa isipan ng mga botante. Nasaksihan natin ang iba't ibang klase ng mga irregularidad noong araw ng eleksyon na nagiging basehan natin sa pagkwestiyon ng naging resulta ng halalan. Kayo ba guys, anong experience nyo nung araw na yon, nung mismong election day?
Ako, naging mabilis lang yung pagboto ko. Wala naman naging problem sa mismong pagboto dito sa may amin sa Imus. Pero marami pa rin ako nakita na namimigay ng mga sample ballot kahit bawal na. Yung iba pa nga may logo ng party list or mukha ng mismong kandidato.
Dito naman sa amin sa San Pedro, Laguna, like dun sa precinct ko, sobrang tagal kong naghintay. Pumunta kami dun, pumila kami ng 1 or 2 p.m. Tapos nakauwi kami 5 p.m. na. Sobrang lapit lang naman ng precinct from our house.
Ang tagal. Yung kami naman, kasi sa loob kami ng subdivision, so medyo maayos siya. Pero nag-cover ako outside to a different precinct. Tapos cool siya. Tapos same with JM, ang dami namimigay ng mga sample ballot. And then sobrang sikip. Wala na talagang distancing that time. So hindi maiwasan na yung mga tao. Parang medyo naiirita na yung iba. Ganon. Tapos ang tagal talaga ng pinaghihintay nila since walang mga upuan. Tapos nakalinya sila sa mga stairs. Ganon. Sobrang talaga niya. Sobrang compressed ng mga tao dun sa corridors nung school building. And then, meron akong na overhear sa tabi ko. Hindi naman nila napansin na nag-cover ako. Na kinakwento niya sa kumpare niya na nagbigay daw siya doon sa nagbabantay, sa watcher, para paunahin siya. Kasi kakilala niya yon. So parang, kumbaga, iba pa yung yung naririnig mo siya first hand. So parang, so, ayun. And syempre, sobrang dami nga ng tao and onti yung nagbabantay. Ayun, parang hindi na nila natututukan yung mga ganong irregularities. So kaya, yung mga iba nagbabantay, hindi nga sila nakakasunod sa mga patakaran. So ayun.
Hindi lahat talaga pare-pareho na naging sitwasyon nung May 9. Yung iba pumila ng halos buong araw para lang sila mismo yung magsubo ng balota nila sa VCM, sa vote counting machine. Yung iba hindi rin nakaboto at all, mga na-disenfranchise kasi nasira yung VCM. At iba ay nakaranas ng election-related violence.
Pero officially daw, ay mas konti yung election-related violence this elections. So yung PNP ay nag-validate lang ng 27 na poll-related violence incidents during the buong election period, sabi ng COMELEC. Tapos, 50% naman ng complaints na validate ng Vote Report PH ay para naman sa VCM errors nung mismo election day.
So, hindi talaga natin masasabi na naging malinis talaga yung election. Pero, gayon pa man, sa kabila ng mga reports na ang dami-dami na may anomalya at irregularity, sinasabi pa rin ng COMELEC na naging malinis daw ang halalan. So they said na, halalan 2022 is clean and fair amid the reported irregularity.
Oo, medyo parang bakit? Pero kasi di ba sinabi ni COMELEC Commissioner George Garcia, and ida-direct quotation ko siya, tama po ang bilang ng boto at wala pong kaduda-duda po dyan. End of quote.
So, yan yung sabi ng COMELEC. Pero kung tatanungin kaya natin yung mga taong nakasaksi mismo nung mga hindi pangkaraniwang kaganapan nung mismong election day, siguro ibang-iba yung sasabihin nila.
Kaya ayun, nag-interview tayo ng isang botante na nakakita ng iba't ibang klase ng kadayaan. So, nandun yung vote buying, yung pamimigay nga ng sample ballot sa mismong araw ng eleksyon, even yung may gunshot and election-related violence. So, para sa seguridad ng ating interviewee, patawagin natin siya sa pangalang Timmy. At hindi yun yung tunay niyang pangalan. Pangalawang beses nang bumoto si Timmy sa kanyang presinto sa Lamitan City sa Basilan.
Ikunento sa amin ni Timmy ang kanyang mga naging karanasan sa pagboto sa Basilan. Narito ang aming interview. Before tayo mag-proceed sa medyo mabibigat na questions or yung sharing of your experience, curious din siguro to ask bakit kailangan ng anonymity sa interview na to. Kasi, di ba, you decided not to use your real name for this interview. Bakit? Anong meron? Are there threats ba on your current location?
I'm not trying to scare you guys, but yeah, sometimes in our place kasi, you know, it's like normal na kasi dito to shut off people and permanently, and they say something na, you know, ano ba tawag dito? Nakaka-affect sa image ng mga politicians namin dito. So, I really want to be anonymous kasi I don't know kung sino man or whoever in Manila or if ever man ma-publish ang paper nyo, whoever will read it, makikilala talaga ako because my family is also known here.
We can talk about that later, no? Yung mga threats na nararanasan. But even despite those threats, why do you think, or why did you choose to still vote?
First of all, I really don't care if they would kill me for that, but then I wanted to vote kasi my vote is important, diba? Like, even if it will help despite everything, and then it will be like a lifetime regret if hindi ako nag-vote kasi wala ako dun sa majority who voted for the candidate that should have been voted. So yeah, that's my reason.
Aside from voting, were you vocal ba on your political stance or very restricted because of the threats nga on your location?
Online, I am, and also online lang. But then if ganito dito sa places namin, I usually just listen kasi most of them are on the opposition side, and it's either they would like convince me to believe in the opposition side, or they would ask me, and then sometimes they would ano kasi even the young ones, they would insult the candidate that I vote for, and sometimes hindi ko talaga mapigilan mainis, but then I should just listen to them na lang kesa telling them my political views kasi it will only lead to trouble talaga. Yeah, and you cannot change the minds of the older ones, you know.
Very relatable, no? Kasi I think in lahat naman ng places may ganung story na parang nakakatakot to be vocal on your political stance because very divisive na yung discussion natin ng politics ngayon. Move on tayo dun sa sharing of your experiences. And ito, magiging medyo demanding kami. Hindi naman demanding, but we would appreciate if you would share details on how exactly you experience those things. Simulan siguro natin before the day of the elections. What are the things na napansin mong masasabing irregularities sa location nyo in Lamitan City, Basilan?
So, actually, hindi ako palalabas. So, I really don't know much. But then, meron, before the election, which is this year na, not na before, this year no, before election, may kakilala ni mama, but pumunta siya dito and then he asked for mom's name and then kung ilan kami bumuboto sa bahay. And I'm like, who is this person? I'm like scared. Like sabi ko, para saan po yan? So, instead of saying na dalawa kami bumuboto ni mama, sabi ko si mama lang po yung bumuboto dito sa akin. And then I asked him, para saan po yan? Sabi niya, wala lang, I'm just listing names for the election. And I'm like, oh. And so, nag-gets ko po yun agad because it really happens na po kasi a lot. Even if hindi pa ako nag-vote. But those times, I don't understand pa kung bakit sila ganun. Akala ko po, they were saving parang yung mga names para malaman ng mga voters kung saan sila pupunta, but then it was a different listahan po pala. And then naintindihan ko na kung ano po yung listahan na yun when the election came or after the election. Yeah, before when the election came. Kasi the morning na pupunta na po sana kami ni Mama to vote, um, may kapitbahay po kami pumunta sa amin, and then may hawak siyang it's like, I don't know what you call this, but it's like parang printed po siya na pictures ng mga candidates, like ano po yung number nila sa balota, their names.
Parang sample ballot ba to?
Hindi siya sample ballot, it's just like the names ng parang ano po siya, parang ini-endorse nila yung mga candidate yan, ganun.
On the day of the election to, no?
Yes, on the day, and then may pera po na kasama.
Gaano kalaki yung pera?
Actually, magbibigay na nga lang po sila ng pera kung ripot pa talaga sila. Oo, kasi the lowest sum of money na nakuha namin ni Mama is 20, and the highest
20 pesos?
20 pesos per voter. Like, sa akin yung 20, isa din kay Mama. And then, kulang po that time kasi I think yung, di ba sinabi ko po sa inyo before na sinabi ko lang si Mama yung voter. So, bale, hindi totally hati yung money. Kumbaga, lahat yun kay Mama yun. But then, Mama was too kind and she gave me some of the money. So, yun ang lowest namin, 20. And the highest was 200.
Magkaibang candidates ba yung 20?
Yes. Candidates namin, they want, and also I forgot to mention, there is a sample ballot. I think is it a sample ballot po ba yung para which is really weird because bakit kayo magbibigay ng opposing to smaller one, and nandun po yung mga party list.
So etong mga nagbibigay ng pera, ano yung mga nakalagay sa parang paper kung sino iboboto? Ito ba yung local candidate or national?
Mga local yung mostly, and then yung party nila is mostly from the opposition side. Then sabi ko kay Mama, kung gusto mo iboto yung mga nagbigay sa'yo ng pera, then go. but on my part, I didn't, kasi even though they gave me the money, like alam ko naman kung anong mangyayari. It's like, ano po tawag dito, yung sunod-sunod lang po yan na family nila magru-rule. Yeah, ganun lang po yan. The surname.
Nakita nga namin parang yung earliest na parang 2000s, 2004 elections. Same yung surname ng mayor.
Dito po sa amin, it's the same mayor since I arrived here po sa Philippines. Kasi hindi po kasi ako dito pinanganak. So from the moment I arrived here po sa Philippines, I think it's the same mayor like 2013, and until now, the same mayor.
Yung vote buying ba nun, sobrang malakihan nun? Parang institutionalized na siya? Kaya sobrang tagal na ba niyang nangyayari or bago to ngayon?
Matagal na po to eh.
Ever since na pagdating mo dyan? Ever since na naluklok yung same surname?
Oh, yes po. And to the point na wala, minsan nga po, like I think last election or something, wala nga po lumaban sa certain mayor na to kasi I don't know what are as kung ano po yung capability nila to care off their opposition.
Gusto kong tanongin kung gaano kalaki yung operation nila sa vote buying? Ano to, barangay-barangay ba o bahay-bahay talaga sila nagpupunta para magbigay ng 20 pesos? O paano to? Paano nila ginagawa yun? At bakit parang normal na lang?
In my experience po and sa perspective ko rin, kasi hindi ko rin naman po alam yung kalahatan nito, I think it's because of the family. Family lang po kasi to. Like, kunwari tayo po, magkapamilya po tayo, so you're running for the position of fifth, di ba? So, ang gagawin ko as your family member, I will contact all the friends I know and then i-endorse kita sa kanila and to the point na your money, ibibigay ko sa kanila. Ganun po. Ganyan po.
Okay. So walang nagbabahay-bahay, walang nagpapapila.
Wala naman. Pero
so,
minsan may pupunta lang talaga dito. Akala mo, bibisitahin kayo ng pala. Kung sino bubutohin mo. And it's so normal, I'm telling you. Kasi it's like parang nag-exam lang po kayo ng college entrance exam. Like, narinig ko nga po one time, kapitbahay namin, they be like, uy, magkano binigay sa'yo? Tapos, ganito yung amount. Ako, ganyan. And it's like, it's parang in your, parang, sabi parang, hindi nyo ba naririnig sarili nyo? Like, it's so normal for them. Like, it's like, hindi na siya.
Normal na chikahan na lang.
Normal chikahan na lang siya. Ganun po ka-normal.
Pero isang issue pa lang to ng vote buying. Isang issue pa lang to ng irregularities sa election. Ano pa? Meron pa bang may baka mo bang napansin?
Another is yun na, yung na-mention ko kanina about surnames, families. Like, usually, the people they vote for or the people who will run on the positions is people who have the stronger parang charisma sa mga tao. Like, yung talagang yung parang kilala talaga yung surname. So, boo ka talaga pag hindi kilala surname mo, automatic X ka na talaga. Yun po, yun po yung pansin ko rin po. Like, family talaga, family.
Nakita ko nga yung results ng election sa inyo. Yung winner, 92% of the vote. So, parang doon parang kita mo na kung gaano ka widespread yung political power nila.
Curious lang din, yung sa own experience mo, ano yung nakita mo na mga ginagawa nitong family na to na habang nasa position sila, paano sila mag-work, ano yung mga naging issues nila?
Ganun. Siguro hindi ko siya na-experience talaga on hand, but then I hear stories from other people and even online na once po na may mag-oppose sa kanila, they really threat them and to the point sometimes they hurt them. Yes, kaya nga po I'm really scared.
Wala pa yung election pero may threats na.
Yes. Basta po talaga, if ganun po talaga, pag, takim tayo sa power, we'll do anything to keep our power talaga.
In the area ba, para bang, are there movements ba of people na parang nag-oppose or meron bang very vocal na activists sa inyo, sa area nyo?
Sadly po, even if I wanted to, even my mother stopped me nga rin po eh. Wala po. Wala po talaga. Kasi our parents, naiintindihan ko kasi our parents know. Alam po nila yung capability ng military power dito sa amin at yung mismo nakaupo. So, wala po talaga nag-rally dito or something. Kasi once we do that, ang tingin po sa amin, kami pa yung rebelde.
How about before election? Lumalala ba yung military presence? Or
so far, wala naman po. Yung kinainisan ko lang po talaga yung maraming tarpaulin sa labas. Like, damn. Yun lang. Pero hindi po ako sure sa taas. Sa bukid po banda. Oh, it's nice na naalala ko to. But then, Kasi yung ano po, speaking of sa bukid, may kuya po ako doon, cousin ko. And during that po, yung election, may nangyari po kasing gulo. So after namin mag-vote po ni Mama, we received a news from our kuya na may nangyari sa taas and we asked why. And he said po na nagkagulo around 7 a.m. ata yun because of the voting and because of the ballot box po. Yun po, nag-away po talaga yung mga tao from the opposition side. Like, yun na po yung itong party na to and this party. And then, it was really a mess. And then, nakalma naman din daw po after that. And then, what's worse po is, I don't know, nakalimutan ko po, not sure po ako if before ito ng election or during or after. But, sabi daw po nila, I heard, may mga candidates po na napatay. I think 2 of them like running for mayor, but it's in the other city. Hindi naman po dito sa
Wait, sorry, ang bigat nun na. Have you encountered ba like same like no experience mo ba yung mga ganong klaseng violence ng election day?
Fortunately, wala po. Which is I'm thankful, wala po.
So wala kang na-experience personally na election-related violence, which is good. Pero how about your friends or maybe friends of your family members? May
Friends of
na-experience ba
family.
sila na ordinaryong tao ay naka-experience ng violence ng day of election?
Yun lang po yung sa kuya ko. Pero thankfully, ano po kasi siyang watcher. So that's why he know po na may gulo. And yun po, thank God, hindi naman po siya napahamak or something. And wala po ako narinig na news na may napahamak po sa family na.
Anong na-experience ng kuya mo?
Hindi ko rin alam because wala rin po ako doon. But then, yun lang, watcher, ang alam ko watcher lang si kuya and then may gulo talaga and then kasi hindi po natin mabago talaga yung perspective ng mga old people. Yeah. And victim po kasi yung lola ko ng martial law. Their house was burned down. Yes po. Kaya po talaga my whole family, mother's side is mad at them because of that tragedy.
Curious lang ako, pag ba sinabing gulo, ito ba'y away civilian lang, away ng mga ordinaryong tao? O may kasamang pulis, may kasamang militar, may gunshots ba? May mga nagpapaputok ba ng baril? Anong klaseng pangyayari yung mangyayari dyan?
Everything that you mentioned po.
So, nakarinig ka ba ng gunshot on the day of election or even before?
Not kasi sa bukid po yun nangyari mostly and hindi po kasi as strict or as parang organized yung mga officers and watchers sa taas compared dito sa city. Kasi dito po sa amin okay pa siya. Although dun sa taas, you cannot really control the people there kasi most of them, meron talaga silang guns and they have polos and everything. So it's really a scary world out there sa taas pag election.
Since dalawang election na yung na-experience mo, would you say ba na lumala yung mga ganitong incidents ng violence during election?
I guess so. Like parang hearing people say things na, uy, may namatay na candidate, uy, may gulo na naman dun sa isang city. Parang it's something na so normal na ine-expect na ng tao po na mangyayari na naman siya sa election. Ganong feeling po.
So this election din ba, nagkaroon ng increase na, like, dumami ba yung mga military or police officers sa area nyo?
Every day po kasi there are really militaries in our place. So I really can't say kung nabawasan sila or hindi. They're always around.
Okay, so sobrang normalized talaga na yung mga tao. Nakakita sila ng people with guns na naglalakad sa kalye, gano'n. Nagbabantay.
Parang wala na lang po sa amin and sometimes, of course, we get scared. But then, yun na, wala na lang. Kasi, nandiyan na sila eh. They have power and control. They have the gun. We don't have the gun.
You mentioned earlier, naging victim yung yung lola mo during the martial law. And siguro during the election day itself, were you hopeful na Ferdinand Marcos Jr. will not win? Ano yung mga expectations mo while voting that day?
I really expected that to happen, about Ferdinand Marcos. I really expected to happen kasi, a devil when you see one.
Nasabi mo na sobrang normalized na, but even if normalized na yung mga ganong klaseng irregularities, you still vote, di ba? Pero given that marami kang nakita or marami kang narinig na mga irregularity, were there people who reported these instances sa authorities? Or takot din sila to report?
So far, wala po akong narinig. And wala rin po akong nasagap na balita na may nag-report po or something. Kasi let's face it, they're all working together. And yeah, the fear that strikes your heart, nandun po talaga.
So umabot na tayo sa point na normal na lang to, wala nang magre-report. Kasi kanina, normal na lang to, tanggapin natin yung pera, tanggapin natin yung 20 pesos. Normal na lang to, nakikita natin sila may barel. Pero ngayon, normal na lang to, wag na tayo mag-report. Ganon?
Ganun po ka-normalized, I'm telling you.
How about yung response naman ng authorities? Anong ginagawa nila all this time?
I don't know. I just saw them standing during election. Yun lang po alam ko. Like, nagabantay, nag-aayos ng pila. Nothing out of the ordinary naman.
So kung walang nagre-report, tapos wala rin ginagawa yung authorities, paano naman yung media, mga news, mga community press? May nare-report ba sila? May nababalita ba sila about these election-related violence?
I think I don't know if umabot ng feed nyo, but the story is parang itatakbo po daw sana, like I think itatakas, but then I don't know if sinadya na nilang ihulog so that masira kasi bad din yung weather that time, umuulan, so maputik and stuff. So yeah, yun po. Yun lang po yung news na alam ko so far pag regarding the election or the ballot box.
Nung bumoto ako, meron pa rin akong nakikitang mga nagbibigay ng sample ballots nearby. Ganon din ba sa inyo?
Speaking of that, pero hindi ko na po inaabutan. Nasa kwento lang po mga kasi may anak ko siya na bumoto kasi nagkita sila namin. So, narinig ko na yung pag-alis namin, yung parang batch namin, saka daw po nagbigay ng malalaking pera yung mga, whoever they are. And then, hindi po sa sample ballot, but then money na po. Like, they start money na po that time. So, umalis na po yung batch. Like, parang konti na lang po ata yung matawag sa then they started giving out money. And then, which is funny kasi, parang sabi ko nga po, normalized kasi on call po yung sila ng mother na third say na magkano yung makuha ng pera? Andit ba? Ganun.
How about yung VCMs nyo? Okay ba siya?
Okay naman po siya. Unlike po yung naririnig ko daw po na may problem. Okay naman po.
Kayo mismo yung nagpapasok ng ballot
Opo.
sa machine?
Hindi po. Even though hindi ako, hinayaan po nila ako manood. Lahat po ata kami, like hinayaan po kami na tumayo dun for a while to watch po na pumasok po yung namin sa machine, and then pina-recheck din po sa amin kung sino-sino yung mga binoto namin. And then kami na rin po naglagay sa box ng vote namin. Okay po siya so far though.
Bakit hindi daw kayo yung magpapasok mismo? Kasi di ba parang protocol yun na dapat yung botante yung magpapasok ng ballot sa machine. Anong meron daw?
Kami po yung hindi man po kayo nagpapasok, pero hindi ko po alam. Akala ko po kasi ganun po dapat. Dapat po pala tayo maglagay.
Oo. Pero doon sa pinakitang resibo, tama naman.
Opo. Pina-check din po kasi sa amin kung tama na po ba yung names. Pero yung magpasok po ng hindi po ako. Hindi ko rin po alam kung paano ipasok.
Nakita namin na in-endorse ng local candidate nyo dyan yung mismong unity team. As in, I think meron pa may picture pa nga sila.
Yes, and actually malapit lang po yung camp nila sa'min dito sa neighborhood.
Meron nga silang headquarters sa mismong Lamitan. Tingin mo ba naka-affect yung local endorsement dun sa national, or either way, wala namang difference?
Based din po kasi sa mga naririnig ko from the oldies na perspective nila about that certain candidate. Kasi parang nandun na po kasi yung pagiging privilege nila. Like, they didn't experience that tragedy, that martial law. So, why the hell would they, not vote for that certain candidate? Ganun po yung perspective nila. And then, another thing is that, another reason that they once gave me, may nakausap po kasi ako that time about search sa VP naman po tayo. Yung another candidate na katandem nung isa, which is a woman. Kasi hindi ko po talaga get. Like, nobody explained to me na why don't you like a woman who's a president, but you let a woman maging VP? Parang hindi siya, parang unfair, ganun. So, and in-explain sa akin na, kasi, need daw namin ng taga Mindanao to represent Mindanao. Dapat daw po, VP is from Mindanao para daw po, maano daw po yung Mindanao. And I'm like, isn't it the same with the Duterte administration? Like, hindi po umabot yung change sa amin. Hindi po talaga. So, no matter what do people say there, hindi ko naman po ako galit sa inyo, but no matter what the other people say from Luzon or Visayas na may change, hindi po talaga abot sa amin.
So, alam naman natin na isa sa mga main ways ng pagka-campaign ng ating winning candidates ay through social media. So, dyan din ba sa Basilan ay ganun din kalaganap yung disinformation?
I think po kasi mismong sa newsfeed ko, people I know who graduated with me in the same alma mater, and we are even in the same section, and who had the same teacher, nagulat po ako na, bakit kayo nandyan? Like, I was really asking myself na lang instead of asking them, like, ano nangyayari sa inyo? Like, we all know what the terror they did to us. And then, bakit kayo nandyan?
Very relatable yung sinabi mo na, bakit ka nandyan? Parang ano nangyari? Pero yung mga local candidates ba na nag-endorse sa Unity, are they very active in promoting this information? Or anong ginagawa nila to basically promote the two national candidates?
I don't know if same po ng pagpo-promote sa inyo, but all I know is that all of the candidates, local candidates na sa team na yon under that party list is yun na po yung mga matunog ang surname. So I guess they don't have to do anything much kasi people know them and they have a big family to help them out.
If there are things that you believe should have been done or should have been done better para hindi tayo umabot sa point na to, especially for your community and in your community.
I know na hindi siya mangyayari, but I wish we could have been more vocal about it, especially us, kami mga younger generation. Kasi alam ko our teachers would not do anything about it because money is money. And then the journalists, although not naman, I know most are, trying to do disinformation, but all the journalists that I know and friends na alam ko na nag-take that course, they all did their best. They all did their best to try and, give information talaga na accurate and factual. Sana nagkaroon kami ng courage and, bravery to do something about it. But then, the fear of seeing the life flash before us is really unavoidable. Kaya, yun na. We were just so scared of what they could do to us, and if not to us, to our family. Kasi we heard stories, we saw news, so it's really scary.
I guess let's end on something a little more hopeful. Under this new administration, what are you looking forward to? What do you think will we still be able to change?
There is still hope. I believe na may hope talaga despite na, let's say, siya man yung maupo dyan or maluklok and he will do whatever, I guess. I don't know what will anong gagawin niya, but there is still hope kasi we are here. Kasi vocal tayo, this generation of ours, so we know what to do kasi we know what are our morals, and then there are still candidates na nakapasok din sa ano natin, and I hope sana hindi sila parang ghosting lang, and then upo-upo lang, then wala rin naman ginagawa. I believe na there are still candidates na nakaluklok dyan who will still do what they need to do. And I think even those candidates na natalo, they are still, moving pa rin. Kahit natalo sila sa election, they're still moving. And of course, the supporters of the team that I supported, ganun pa rin. They're still moving. Walang stopping point sa atin. There's no stopping point. We gotta just keep moving. Yun lang.
Sobrang ganda nung parting words ni Timmy. So, like, after ng interview, sinabi rin niya na hindi tayo natalo kasi lumalaban pa rin tayo. Kumbaga, hanggat may hope pa rin, hindi pa tapos yung laban. So, it's not just a feel-good statement, but it's really a call to action.
And yung mga nakwento rin ni Timmy, no, na mga naranasan niya sa Basilan, hindi rin naman siya malayo sa mga naranasan natin dito sa Greater Manila area. Yun nga lang, syempre, kailangan talagang paingayan yung mga kaganapan dun sa mga malalayong area. So there's no room to exoticize yung mga narrative nila, yung mga naririnig natin mula sa malalayong rehiyon. Because even in the metro, no, marami na ngang cases ng violence, fraud, and vote buying ngayong election. At kumbaga, nakasentro din kasi yung pagka-coverage dito sa Metro Manila. And so we need to amplify more yung stories ng mga nasa probinsya naman.
Tama ka dyan, Ms. Marno. Talagang shared experience na para sa ating mga Pilipino ang masaksihan ng mga irregularidad tuwing eleksyon. Minsan nga hindi na natin alam na ay mali pala yun kasi either nagiging normal na lang sa atin o minsan hindi na lang talaga tayo informed. Tulad na naging karanasan ni Timmy, alam niya at ng pamilya niya na mali ang vote buying pero hindi nila magawang ma-report dahil natatakot at naging normal na lang sa komunidad nila yon tuwing eleksyon. Gayon din, hindi sila aware na dapat ang botante pala mismo yung magsusubo ng balota sa BCM. I think nagpapatunay ito na marami pa tayong dapat gawin at baguhin para makamit ang malinis na eleksyon. Pero gaya nga na sinabi ni Timmy, let's continue moving.